Hey, what's going on, friends? My name is M238 and welcome back to Nerf's. Oh man, what a start! Welcome back to Metroid Zero Mission for the Gameboy Advance. In the last part, we got our suit back from Chizodia, and we are here in the Space Pirate Mothership, trying to eradicate all these space pirates. And this part, we are going to get the rest of the items, hopefully. So let's start with the first item here. Yeah. I was actually thinking that I should probably just speed this entire episode up, but I figured not really. I figured I probably shouldn't. Yeah, there's quite a lot that we're going to be doing today, so keep your eyes peeled. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and charge my speed booster, because if you do that, as you see those blocks right there, they can only be broken with speed booster, if you have the speed booster. So as you can see, it's a really tight window to time your jump, and you have to do a jump that's short enough so you can break those blocks. It cannot be too short and cannot be too high either. So then what you want to do here is, as you can see, try to get that E-Tank. Unfortunately, that E-Tank is blocked by security, and we're trying to bypass security in order to get that E-Tank, which is not easy. So this is actually a pretty tough E-Tank to get, but hopefully we'll get it. Unfortunately, you have to wait till the you have to go to the next room in order to get rid of the alarm. Yeah, so this actually takes advantage of the space jump mechanic, where you have to space jump with very precise timing in order to get to that energy tank. There is another alternative way to get that without needing to space jump. You can actually do a really well-timed shine spark, but that is probably just as precise as space jumping to the energy tank. So I choose not to do that. So now we are going to make our way. So now that we got that energy tank, we can move on to some other stuff right here. So let's go ahead and do that. As you can see, I'm speeding my way through this. Because there's well, I could just cut this out, but there is actually some stuff to show as we are making our way back. So it's just better to speed through this. Alright, go ahead and blow all those up right here. And as you can see right here, this bomb right here, or this door right here, we could not enter that door because it was we didn't have power bombs at the time. And now that we have power bombs, we can go ahead and open this up so we can get this item, the super missiles. And then, conveniently, we gotta use super missiles in order to open up this door. So we continue. And again, there is still kind of still some stuff to show off here as I'm making my way back, as I'm making my way to my next item. So I'm just speeding through. This. You still want to be a little bit careful here. I mean, of course, it may look like there's not really a whole lot going on, but there's definitely quite a lot going on. There's still a lot of space pirates coming around. If they see you, it's not a big deal. But the problem is that, as you see right here, if you get caught by any of the space pirates, some of these doors you just get blocked up by security. And then you either have to wait until you kill all the space pirates that have seen you, or just wait until the alarm just goes off, which is kind of a pain sometimes. So, and also not only that, but they do a lot of damage, and even with 11 E-Tanks that we have right now, it's still very possible to die. If this was like an any percent playthrough, dying here is super easy to do, because you obviously would have a lot less health coming into this part of the game. So now we're outside, And earlier there was like a red door that we opened up near the map room, and we are able to get ourselves another super missile pack, which is nice in our parts. If you go ahead and head over here, this actually takes us back inside the mothership instead of down below over here. Now we're going to go ahead and so since that just took us back to the mothership, we're just going to make our way back to a different part here. And so I already showed like how to actually get to some of these parts during our suitless section. We're going to go ahead and cut our way over here. So you want to go ahead and use a power bomb to blow up that glass tube. Kind of a nice little reminiscence to Super Metroid, where you can do that to enter Meridia. We're going to be using quite a bit of power bombs in order to get some of these items right here. That little pedestal-looking thing looks like can only be broken by a speed booster. And you want to go ahead and shine spark up here. It's just what I was trying to set up there, but I failed. And head up here, and this will give us a power bomb, another power bomb tank, which is great. So there's actually a total of 18 power bombs in this game, which is kind of a weird number considering all the other items that we get in this game. The capacity ends at a 0, which you know, in my opinion makes a bit more sense. You know, Super Metroid, there was like 10 power bomb packs, and then in this game there's only like 9, which is kind of odd. All right. Now to get this item right here, of course, just like the other item, you want to go ahead and use Speed Booster. These frogs here are kind of well, they're not frogs, but their eyeballs will hit you if you kill them. So you want to go ahead and avoid the eyeballs. Then Shine Spark near the center, and there we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our last E-Tank. So now we have all 12 E-Tanks, so now we have a total of 1299 HP to work with. If you go to the right there, that is a save room. If you want to go ahead and heal up and save. Earlier, we actually saw the end of the game, so if you want to beat the game, you can beat the game right around now, but obviously we're not doing that because we are getting all the items. And that's what we're here for, not to beat the game and get like some of the items, because otherwise I wouldn't have went out of my way to get certain stuff, which would be fun. We're doing some fun stuff here. As you can see, a lot of these items are pretty obscure. A lot of these items are really hard to find out. If you don't use like some sort of guide or anything like that. Such as like you head up here, like do this like little maze, you can get yourself another super missile pack. And I believe that's actually our last super missile pack. I could be wrong. I don't actually remember, but we are definitely missing a lot of missiles, so we're going to go ahead and find all those missiles that we missed. And as you can see, you continue heading this way. This actually takes us back to Criteria. More specifically, like the outer part of the Chozo ruins. So we are basically now part of the back to the main part of Planet Zebes, which is great on our part, because now I can actually go back to get the items I missed. 'Cause I did mention earlier that I was missing some items when I was exploring the main part of Planet Zebes. So first things first, you want to go ahead and head that way to get a super missile, or no, power bomb. More power bombs. I believe those were power bombs earlier. All right, so this item right here is super hard to get, and I hate this item. So hopefully we can do this, and I'm doing a pretty bad job. Okay, so basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. You want to go ahead and time yeah, you want to time your Shine Spark at a very awkward time. You have like barely enough room to react to activating that Shine Spark in order to get up there so that you can get that super missile effect. Okay, so that one right there, I believe, is the last one. Yeah, that sounds about right, because 30 super missiles is what you want to see. Now we're going to get another somewhat painful item. This one, again, you want to go ahead and activate your Shine Spark at a very awkward time. I'm doing a very bad job, as you can see. I don't know why I did not cut this out, because this definitely did take me a while. And this is affecting my in-game timer, because actually, I'm short on time on getting the best ending. I really want to get the best ending for this game, but it's so far not looking like it, especially since I spent quite a long time getting some of the items in this game. You know, a lot of you know, I feel like, well, then again, it also feels like I'm taking my time more in this game than I was back when I did Super Metroid. So I guess it's kind of a different story. All right, so now we're gonna head on back to Norfair. Because if you go ahead and head down this way, if you go ahead and head over here to this part of Norfair, this is like one of the lower parts here, Lower Norfair, except it's not called Lower Norfair, it's just called Norfair. Actually, in Super Metroid, it wasn't even called Lower Norfair either. It's just this is another part of Norfair. That's what it is. But anyway, head over here, and we can get ourselves another missile pack. Man, we're getting a lot of stuff here. It's like, if this is like an any % playthrough, like I would obviously have a lot less ammo than how much ammo I have now. The 205 and 30 super missiles. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to another part here. Let's see, what do I get? What do I get after that missile pack? I believe I make my way to oh, actually I know. Go and head this way. If I don't get hit by these guys, I'm gonna go and head down over here. Kill off those little fiery dudes, and then head down this way. You could head down here like much earlier. Well, these are items that you could get at a much earlier point, but you're gonna have a hard time trying to get these items because without Gravity Suit, man, you're gonna die here, like no matter what. And so thankfully with Gravity Suit, like you can get these items no problem. And yeah, so a lot of these items, like if you're going for 100%, like normally in an 80% playthrough, you can just straight up go to the end of the game. But in a 100% playthrough, a lot of these items are now accessible now that you have now that you have powerful weapons like the Gravity Suits, the Space Jump, and the Plasma Beam. Like a lot of these items here in the main part of ZBs, like are just straight up not accessible. Well, I mean they are, but you're gonna have a hard time getting them. If you wait till well, if you try to get them early. You know, as much as I like sequence breaking in games, like that type of sequence break is just straight up not worth it. All right, so go ahead and head over here. Go ahead and break these blocks of power bombs. So you can only break them with power bombs. Then head this way, and guess what? You recognize the music? That's right. We are back in Kraid's lair. So here's the, I guess the entrance to Kraid's lair. I suppose. I don't really know which part. I don't really remember which part of this it is because I'm not really. Because you know I don't play this game enough times to be familiar with where exactly I am. But anyway, so there's another item that you can get here now that we have Gravity Suit. And again, you can do this like much earlier. Well, actually, no, you actually can't do this at all because because without Gravity Suit, you wouldn't have the normal physics. You would just have fluid physics. so that making this item not possible. So you want to do is you want to go ahead and do a ball spark in order to get past that, because those are speed booster blocks, so that we can get this missile pack. All right, very nice, very nice. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to something else here. Alright, so once again back in Norfair. What I'm trying to do here is well, actually no, not yet. Alright, I'm thinking of something else. But you want to go ahead and break this part over here, and these are two items that we could get at a much earlier point, but man, this part right here is like super hard to go through without gravity suit or space jump. Because see, with the gravity suit, like, you don't take any lava damage, but with a space jump you can just avoid platforming on those really small pillars there. All right, so now we're gonna go back to get the items that I did miss during my main trek. Like, these are, like, okay, so these are 4 items that I could have gotten, like, much earlier, but for some reason I did not. And that's because I did not know that these items were here at the time, until I recently went back to watch some speedruns of this game. I realized we're missing some stuff. So, first thing is you want to go ahead and set yourself up for well, not really a shine spark, but you want to be fast. You want to be fast with this. So hopefully we can do this. All right, that's very good. Oh, okay, that's not what I wanted to do there. This does take me multiple attempts. Yeah, right there with the cut. All right, go ahead and do that, and boom! All right, head down over here. And these are 2 really painful missiles to get. And this definitely took me a long time to get these items. But thankfully, with editing, you won't even notice that it took me multiple attempts. But yeah, this took me like a total of 20 minutes to get these items. I'm not joking. Because basically, there's a lot of crumbling blocks as you're going through this maze. And yeah, so what I was trying to do there was grab this, use a missile to break that block right there. Head up here, and as you can see, those blocks can only be broken with missiles. So now you have to do some really bad stuff. And yeah, and like I said, this took me like a bunch of tries. So so there we go. Grab that missile right there. Then you want to go ahead and latch on to this ledge right here, and then wait for one of these blocks to respawn, so that way you can get this missile pack in. There we go. Very frustrating maze to go through, but we made it, thankfully. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to something else here. So go ahead and make your way out of here with a nice shine spark. And now we're going to move on to our next missile that I missed. Because like I said, I did miss 4 missiles, so that was 2 of them, 2 out of 4 that I could have gotten like much earlier. But man, these 4 missile packs. I mean, there's probably a good reason why I missed these, because these are like super hard to get. Like no joke, actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and show this off real quick. Alright, so what you want to do here is, once again, you want to go ahead and set yourself up for another shine spark, which is, you know, kind of a pain, because shine sparking in this game is, I feel like is a lot more precise, and I'm probably just saying that because like I'm a lot more used to Super Metroid's controls that that you know, a lot of the mechanics in this game just seem a lot different. All right, so here we go on this try. This shine spark took me about a few tries to set up. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and shine spark up that slope, then you know, then activate your shine spark right there, and there we go. All right, so now comes, so it's not over yet because now we got a really painful missile to get here. I'm gonna go ahead and show this off real quick. That once again you need more shine sparking. The nice thing about shine sparking in this game is that shine sparking does not use up health, which is great. Alright, and there we go, shine spark up. And this part right here, you want to be fast. If you're too slow, oh my god, you're gonna have a hard time. And I think this this missile pack is like a lot easier when you have space jump, because you can just jump infinite times as you wait for those crumbling blocks to break, so that way you can have free access to that missile pack. So it's a little bit easier. Alright, so now we got this, and this is something right here. So once again, more all those blocks, by the way, are speed booster blocks. Break that missile block, and then you have 4 frames to time that jump well enough so that way you can get that missile pack. It is that tight of a window. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we're back on track as to how many missiles that we should have, which is Grand Heart. I believe that's actually all the missiles in here in the game. So now we're going to go ahead and now that we're done collecting missiles, we can move on to some other stuff here. Over here in the very beginning of the game, you could actually use power bombs to break those blocks there, so that we can head your way up here. And this is Torian, believe it or not. As you can see, this is actually our escape route through Torian when we were escaping back then. And you can kind of see its remains here. Let's go ahead and break down the super missile block, and we go ahead and head down this elevator. Wow. Listen to this ominous music. The ruined theme music, type of music that you would play when you're in some sort of ruins in any game. This is very fitting. This is where we fought Mother Brain, and below Mother Brain, she was hiding a power bomb all this time. Whoa. That's crazy when you think about it. Oh my goodness. So that's acid down there, and that acid hurts. So you want to get out of there. All right, so now we gotta do another precisely timed shine spark. Oh my god, did I do it? Oh, of course not. Dang it, man. So why would I not get that first try? Jeez. Well, unfortunately, we gotta try this again. So let's go ahead and do it. Alright, there we go. That should be much better. Yes! There we go! And then go ahead and head down over here. And get ourselves another missile. And then you could keep going to the right side, but there you won't find anything exciting if you go to the right side. So now we just make our way up. And with Space Jump, you don't have to climb on all these small blocks. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and explore the other side. And even though this is basically our escape route, you may think there's really nothing, but there's something for sure. For sure. Alright, so head this way. And guess what we have to do? Another precisely timed Shine Spark. So we gotta go ahead and do it. This one's like really hard. This one's like really hard. So go and activate it. Head down over here. You do not have to do that right there. I did that just so I have more time to set up this Shine Spark right here. And those blocks are speed booster blocks. Break those, then go and use a power bomb, and there we go. I mean, you cannot get that during the escape sequence because those are power bomb blocks that you have to break, which obviously you cannot get power bombs as early, or at least that early at the time. All right, so now here we are back in Chozo Ruins, and if you want to know where exactly I am, I'm right there on the map, as you can see. And this is actually going to be our, well, if I can break that, there we go. This is actually our last item, this very last power bomb. So now at this point, you should have 250 missiles, 30 power bombs, and 18 power bombs and 30 super missiles, as well as 12 energy tanks. And that is basically all the items. So now we just gotta go ahead and make our way to the end of the game. And that is what we're gonna do next time. So, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. And I will see you guys next time for the finale. Bye-bye.